Welcome, Bahala, to the Week in Review, where we're going to talk about Superman this morning without spoiling it for any of you people who haven't seen it yet. Give us a skull and tuck and roll. The ringing won't stop.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
Good morning, greetings, and welcome to the Week in Review with Stone Loki, the Lady Arwyn Avalon, and the Rooster Dave Bob. How are y'all doing this morning?
Doing good. Good morning. It's Friday, and I'm excited.
It's
really am.
Friday. Yeah. How you doing today, Bob?
Oh, I'm gonna make it. I haven't seen Superman. Was gonna watch it this weekend, but my wife doesn't want to go, and my son and my grandson are in somewhere up in Kansas City going to a ball game.
Oh,
You don't want to just go on your own?
I don't do that.
You don't do that?
No.
I gave Eris the option. I was like, listen, you don't have to go and see this if you don't want to go see it. I'll go on my own. And she was actually happy she went and saw it with me.
nice.
So.
Good.
So,
No, I don't go to movies alone. Just I don't know. I mean, that's if I'm going to do that, I might as well wait till it comes out on streaming and then just watch it.
Mhm.
I was telling Arwen, one of the crazy things that happened was we went to a theater in a nice part of town, I guess, someplace I'd never been before. It was off of Vintage Road, and it was kind of it was a little bit of a bougie theater.
Mhm.
And they had THC drinks. And I was like, what in the shit is this? It's Texas. How the hell do you have THC drinks in Texas? I don't know.
It hit that level of that's approved, I guess. I don't
One of
know.
them was called Autumn Sunrise. And
Oh
I
my
was like,
God.
all I could think about was that, damn, baby, what'd you do to your hair? Do you like it? It's called Autumn Sunrise. And we got a skull here from Jedi Master. What's up, brother? Good morning. How are you doing? He says, good morning, Lucky. Skull, brother. Skull to you, Jedi Master. We're gonna burn it down for you if I can find the damn thing, since StreamYard just took a dump all over the UI and now everything's kind of everywhere. This one's just for you, brother. Skull. Yeah, someone said StreamYard. Jedi, StreamYard is a shit show. It definitely has been. It definitely has been. What is up, Brian? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Good morning, Brian. We've got Man Squatch. We've got Brian's here. Life of Brian. Mohem said. Joe Powers, the River Daughter. Snorted Poops Cuber. What is going on, brother? Juliet is here. Punk Waddle, the Little Penguin Sheriff. What's going on, bro? Good to see you. Good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody.
Good morning,
Penny.
y'all.
Penny is here. Dan Funk in the house, being funky as always. What's going on, brother?
Penny.
Holy crap. What is up, Snorty? It is good to see you. Yes, there it is. Holy crap.
I love it.
And we've got beanies on.
Yes, we do. We are ready for any occasion with our beanie.
I don't wear a beanie.
T Bob's like, I'm too cool for a damn beanie.
Mm.
I don't need no damn beanie. I got this beautiful comb up here. Look at me. Looks so good.
And a big thank you to Eris of Chaos who did this, that I thought was holy crap. She made a Rooster KRYPTO.
I think that's more like a phoenix.
I love it. T Bob's ready to take on everyone.
That's
Don't
right.
mess with the cock.
Don't mess with the Daybot. Don't mess with the Warcock.
That's
morning.
right. Mess with the warcock. And thank you, Eris, for making me live Tyler. I love you. I love you so much.
Liv Tyler, Supergirl.
She looks
Yep.
good in red as a redhead. She really
She
does.
That's what I was about to say. That looked so much like Liv Tyler. I couldn't believe it.
That's Liv Tyler right there. Red hair. She's gorgeous.
Holy crap. Arwen's representation. This is good too, though, man, Squatch. This is good too. Holy crap. Okay, don't worry. We're not going to ruin anything for you. We're not going to talk about specifics. We are just going to talk about what we thought of the movie. If we go into detail, we will be as vague as possible on any detail.
Yes.
I just want to say before we get going, this before I even went and saw this, I was interested in seeing it, which puts it a level above everything that's come out from that other place through both of the last phases, whatever they want to call it, chapters.
Yeah.
I just
I
haven't
just-
wanted to go see.
I just
any
want
of
to
it.
know. I just want to know one thing. Did they really say truth, justice,
No.
in the human way?
They
No,
did not.
They did not. That is not in the movie. He
Yeah.
never says that. Now, he talks about being human, but he does not ever say truth, justice, in the human way. He talks about being human. He discusses the fact that he never says, I'm a migrant, I'm an immigrant, I'm any of that. If anything, he's more like a refugee from a planet that destroyed itself.
Yeah.
But he never says anything. There's never anything about immigrant. There's never anything about truth, justice, and the human way. None of that. So there's a lot of stuff you're going to be hearing from people that haven't seen it, haven't wanted to see it, and want to talk shit about it.
The publicity chatter surrounding this movie does not match up with what the movie actually says, is what I found.
That's right.
It's been exasperated. Is that not exasperated? Exuberated. It's been pushed. A lot of the chatter around the film with some of these dumbass questions that these, like, people that are interviewing the actors are asking. Come on, that's all noise. That part is all noise, and it's clouding the film, what the film is actually about, I think.
Yes. And Project Storytime says, can't stay Loki, celebrating my 10th anniversary today. Dude, congratulations, brother.
Sensei, that's
10
amazing.
years. That is absolutely amazing, bro.
Hell
10
yeah.
years. So
Congratulations to you and Mrs. Sensei.
we'll be at our 2 years in October. So I can't believe it's been 2 years. Holy crap.
God, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's crazy. It doesn't feel like 2 years. It feels like 5 or 6. Again, dating for 4 years, it felt like we knew each other the whole time.
Yeah.
Dean Krantz, who's been a member for 40 months. Dude, thank you. Thank you so very much, man. You guys, the members, you guys keep the lights on. You keep the fires burning bright here. Thank you so very much. He says, I'm not planning on seeing it to spoil away. We're going to spoil. I don't want to ruin it for anybody that is going to see it. But we're going to give you our opinion, and we're going to tell you what we thought. And give you an idea of should I go and spend the money on this movie? Now, listen, I don't, if I go by myself, I'll go and I'll just watch the movie. But if it's like a date with Eris, we, get food, we get whatever. And we went to Star City Theaters, Star Grill, whatever it is. A bougie theater. Bougie, it's bougie, Loki. And we had a pod. Okay, which is really, really different. And I'm pretty much like, okay, I don't care if I pay $20 for date night for ticket out. We're gonna go back here because they've got regular seating, which is they have some nice seats, and then they have in the back 2 layers. They have these walled off pods that have dual recliners, heated seats, yada yada yada. They give you a blanket, you get VIP blanket. You don't get to take the blanket home with you, but it's just, while you're there.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. We didn't have to look at anybody else besides the people in front of us, and they were down a couple levels. And it's very just us, so we could sit there and kind of like
that's awesome.
with each other, and nobody can see us and hear us. And
yeah,
it was good. So Star City Grill Theaters, I think that's what it's called. I'll have to look at it again.
As long as you don't pull a Pee Wee Herman, you're good.
Yeah, as long as you don't pull a Pee Wee Herman, you're pretty much good.
Thank you, J Bob.
So,
There was
Words
once
of
upon a
wisdom
time,
from a wise old bird.
right? That
dude,
would
I
go
have great.
without saying, but not anymore. You have to make those disclaimers now. Do not pull a Pee Wee Herman in your bougie pod, and you'll
And
be
you're
okay.
and yeah, they come by and a great poupon, but of course. No, but we had, she had a plate of sliders, like hamburger sliders. I had
Mm,
popcorn, and I got to have a couple of deals of Reese's Pieces that she mostly ate, but I had some of them. So I can't eat
yeah.
a lot of junk and stuff like that, but I had a good time. It was good stuff. The popcorn was good. The drinks were good. The candy is just candy, but considering I haven't had anything like that in like 6 months, I haven't had candy. Getting to have some Reese's Pieces for a movie, that was always my jam. It was either that or mints, junior mints. So I went with you want to share some Reese's Pieces with me? Yeah, yeah. We had a good night. And that's the thing with me. I want it to be something special, even
Yeah.
if it's a crappy movie, which I'm not saying it is. But even if it's a crappy movie, we're going out. I want it to be, if we're going to do it together, I want it to be special. Now, if I'm just going to go see a movie on my own to review it or whatever, which I haven't done a lot of at all this year, I haven't wanted to, then I'll just go to the cheapo theater, pay $8 for the matinee, and just go see it.
Yeah.
And I won't spend any money on concessions or whatever. Well, that's not nice to the theater, Loki. Well, the theater can kiss my ass. AMC, Regal, and all that other shit, they can blow me. I like the smaller chains.
They've also outpriced herself out of existence.
Just about.
Anima Confuses says I couldn't like it as much as I wanted to. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so let's talk about this without ruining anything. Arwyn, we were discussing earlier, without going into any detail, the beginning of the movie is not what you expect from the trailer.
Not at all. Not at all. Y'all, the trailer, ignore it. If you're watching the trailer and you think they're going in order or any kind of, well, we're going to give you a sense of this, just go see the movie. Don't get anything from the trailer. And they do that now. Trailers are bait and switches, and I can't stand it. So yes, it is different. It is absolutely different.
And yeah, Brian, they don't say that, but they don't say human way or any other junk like that either. So anyone saying that they said that obviously didn't watch the damn movie.
Yeah.
Did the press say it? Yes. And that's something we've got to talk about.
Yep.
Is the press have rolled this into immigration. Never, ever does it get into any of that. Does it say any of that? This was filmed before Orange Man Bad was even elected. It was done. They were working on special effects. They didn't add anything because of that. They let those people run their mouths and talk shit and be like, oh, this is all Orange Man Bad and blah, 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 and yada, yada, yada. That's just them taking it and running with it like they know what the hell they're talking about, which they don't.
Yeah.
Why? Because they didn't go see it. They want to talk shit. Go ahead.
And it's like the interviewers and the ones who ask questions and the ones who are talking about it and giving the interviews. They're the ones who are putting out this thread that, MAGA this and immigration, blah, blah, blah. They're the ones who are perpetuating that, not the film. Which it's like, if y'all would just shut up and let people see the film and draw their own conclusions from it, we might be okay. And can I just say, a lot of chatter about Nathan Fillion and his answer when he was asked that stupid ass question on the red carpet. Y'all, I stand by his answer. What the hell else was he supposed to say? If he said, yeah, it's all about immigrants. Yeah, screw the right. He's going to piss off the right. If he says, well, y'all just need to back the hell up and just no, then he's going to piss off the left. So what, y'all, it is what it is. It's just a movie. What else was he going to say? It was a dumbass question. And I thought he handled it well, and he moved the fuck on. So, kudos to you, Nathan Fillion, for having a brain on the red carpet, trying to keep it just about the movie. I applaud that.
Yep.
3,000, especially more after seeing the movie. So that's my opinion on that.
Punk Waddle says, so you're saying the media review bombed the movie before it came out without even watching it? I'm saying the media has an agenda and is
Yes.
going to roll things the way they want to roll it and try and make you believe it. They do
Yes.
that with everything. Nothing has changed. Nothing is going to change until some of these asswipes get let go, fired, some news places switch hands to different owners. None of that's going to change. It's always going to be the same story, the same bullshit, the same agenda being pushed.
Mm-hmm.
And like the beginning of the movie throws you. I've got to agree with something that Gunn said. I am tired of every time I watch one of these movies, I have to see the Pearl scene from Batman every time, every movie, and that's because every director or writer wants to do that scene with Martha Wayne grabbing her pearls and her pearls dropping in as you know his parents get killed. Everybody wants to do that for whatever reason. Why? Because it's an iconic thing. I don't need to see that in another movie. In fact, I'm sick and tired of seeing it every time.
Yeah, it's just like Peter Parker's uncle getting killed.
Or Superman coming from Krypton.
Yeah, it did kind of feel like it was dumping you in the middle of a story, but most people know, even normies, I'm very much a normie, we all pretty much know the origins of Superman. We've all seen it. I mean, Christopher Reeves, he was my first real Superman. Loved him. Matter of fact, I think it was Gunn Bunny mentioned Dean Cain. Loved Lois and Clark.
Yep.
You know, so we all kind of know that. So you
are
introduced in the middle of like a chapter of a story with this film, but it works. It works.
And one of the things that threw me, you already know from the trailers, you're gonna get Guy Gardner, you're gonna get Mr. Terrific, you're gonna get Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
So this isn't really spoiling anything if you've seen the trailers. One of the big surprises that I had to kind of like get used to is all this crazy shit that happens in Metropolis is normal.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not like people are like, oh my God, who is that with the green ring flying through? They know who the hell Guy Gardner and the Green Lantern is.
Yeah, they do. They
know who Hawk Girl is. They know that weird shit happens. So when you see something going on in Metropolis and it's like, oh my God, that's epic. Why aren't people like completely spazzing out? It's because they've normalized it.
Another Tuesday
and a giant creature that's getting his ass kicked by, you know, the super people. Metas have been around. So in this world,
yes,
the metas have been around for a while, and you see that. You see that in the movie. And that's not something I was like, damn, it's like this is like Tuesday.
It very much felt like The Incredibles in that regard. You know, the movie The Incredibles, where it's just like all the supers were until it became illegal to be a super or whatever. It was like that. There were some scenes where people are talking and then there's bullshittery going on outside their window. It's just like, oh, okay, another Tuesday. Exactly.
This reminded me of the Adventures of Superman cartoon that played next to the Batman animated series.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of. It's like, you know, because in the cartoon Superman, it's like this shit was normal. Oh, look, it's the Justice League. Oh, look, it's a giant monster trying to destroy a city like Coast City or Metropolis or whatever. Oh, look, Brainiac broke out of jail again. It's like this shit's normal.
Yes, it was. Yes, that's true. That took me a moment to get used to. I won't lie, because I'm not used to that for Superman movies. But yeah, it was very much. Here we go. We're going to work. Let's go fight a kaiju. You know, kind of thing.
And Jedi Master, the movie itself, yes, is very comic book like. My biggest criticism of the whole thing is the guy playing Superman. But also, this is a James Gunn movie. So let me ask you a question. Arwyn, do you like, and this is for Dave Bob too, do you guys like James Gunn movies? Do you like Guardians of the Galaxy? you
I like the
the-
music and the way they do the music and, the scenes playing to the music. I mean, he's a master at that.
Um, I'm okay.
But I haven't seen Superman, so I don't know.
I love the Guardian of the Galaxy. I haven't seen the third one. I'm holding out because
Oof.
I just don't know if I want to go there. I love the first two. I really do. But they were very specific to that group of people. The mood, the banter, the comedy, everything I loved in Guardians. Now, here is my main problem with this movie. In my opinion, it does not decide what the hell it wants to be. Does it want to be a Guardians movie? Does it want to be a serious movie? Does it want to be a dark movie? Does it want to be an edgy indie Twilight movie? Yes, to me, there were some elements like that. And my problem was that it was very jarring from tone to tone, from visual to visual. It's like I would just, they would throw, and then they would sprinkle in some of this Guardian-esque humor throughout the entire film. And some of it landed and some of it didn't. And I'm like, movie, you need to decide exactly what the hell you're going to be so my brain can register it and I can take it for what you're trying to give me. But there were elements when it failed on that. And I'm like, I see what you're trying to do. I'm enjoying it for the most part. Can we get it together and decide, James Gunn, what kind of movie you're making? Because I'm confused. The flow is not real good from like genre to genre, if you will, in this film. And I wanted it to be. And one other thing, yes, it is a superhero movie, but to me, it's going in the wrong direction. It's not superhero enough because I couldn't decide what the hell he was trying to do with this film. That's my biggest gripe with this movie.
Well, the biggest thing I take from just what people are talking about, if it's a Superman movie, they have too many distractions in there with other characters.
Let me address this really quick. Maverick 77 Defender says the music sucks in this movie. My biggest issue with this is they're using the score, they're using parts of the score from the 70 Superman with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, dun 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 dun. And then the next minute you're hearing, I'm a wrecking ball. And you're like, what in the shit is this?
Yes, it's choppy.
What the hell? It's like, okay, you've got this badass score from this badass composer that is iconic. And then you're using Guardians of the Galaxy music and shit. And yeah, this is a James Gunn movie. It's just the way he does it.
Well, then he needed to tighten that up. Are you going to go more Guardians? Are you going to go, what are you doing here? Because there's so many different moods and so many different, even the visuals. At one moment, I'm watching a massive blockbuster action movie. You've got color, you got people flying, you got pew, 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 you got Superman. And the next freaking scene, I'm watching Twilight with him and Lois in this really dark, small little area. And it's like, are we in Forks now?
Are you saying he's a one-trick pony?
No, I'm saying I really think the man was confused on exactly what he wanted to do with this movie. Do I think he delivers some things? Hell yes. Do I enjoy James Gunn? Absolutely. But it was like Superman, I got to make it my way, but I don't know how because I want to make it this way. What am I going to? So I'll just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah.
That is the overall, that was my biggest problem. And the overall feel that I took away going, okay. But now that I'm prepared for it, if I do watch it again, which I do think it has a rewatchability, at least now I know, expect it to be choppy, expect it to go, with no flow from these different genre feels. I'm prepared for it. But the first time it was jarring and I did, kind of get my pen and take my notes and go, why is this reoccurring? This is bugging the hell out of me. But that's my biggest gripe.
And this might, chap some asses out there. I bought David Hornswoggle Corn Sweat was mid. He was mid. I didn't like him that much as Superman.
Which was he? Oh, Superman.
Superman, yeah. Hornswoggle Corn Sweat, whatever the hell. His last name is Rachel Brosnan. Was good as Lois. Nicholas Hoult was good as Lex Luthor. Nathan Fillion fucking nails Guy Gardner, but I mean, he's just kind of playing himself because he is a dick. So he's just being Guy Gardner. Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl had absolutely no problem with
great.
her. I thought she was great.
The Justice Gang, if you will, as he kept calling them. Honestly, they were the best part of the movie. I thought anytime they were on screen, I was there. I loved
Did you
them.
notice who played Jor-El?
No, who?
That was Bradley Cooper. So
kidding.
Jor-El,
yeah,
that was Bradley Cooper as Jor-El.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's your man's dad, who you only get an image of because you never see him. You only get like a hologram.
That was Bradley Cooper. Legit?
That was Bradley Cooper.
Never
legit.
I just didn't register. Oh wow.
Yeah. Limitless.
Can I make a hot take?
Yeah.
I hated Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Now let me clarify. The actor, okay, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. And
he played Beast in the X-Men First Class and the earlier timeline X-Men movies. He played Beast. I was like, that dorky little shit is going to be Lex Luthor. A lot of the times he looked the part, though. Go ahead. I don't want to.
Okay. Well, I'll just say this. All right. Until he had his Daenerys Targaryen moment, which at that point was a little too late for me, because up to that point, I kept waiting for like the real boss behind Luthor Corps to breeze back from out of town and snatch Lex up, who was really nothing more than the step nephew of the mob corporation there, and say, boy, you've been causing me problems. Get your ass back in your room and take over. I kept waiting for that because I'm like, it's Elon Musk and his influencers. What the fuck? The very first time we see Luke's, I keep want to call him Luke's. Y'all know who I'm talking about. It felt like Elon Musk and his influencers, the way they were dressed, the way it was, the way it was going to do this. I was like, where are we going with this? And then he had some moments where I'm like, okay, I almost see you. I wanted him. I didn't feel like this portrayal of Lex Luthor was a worthy nemesis to Superman as far as Lex Luthor goes. Now, again, I'm a normie. I am very much coming from this with not a lot of comic book lore and background. I could not vibe with him, Loki. I tried. And I was just like, okay, I'm vibing with Superman, even though I get where they're going. I thought he looked the part. I thought he did fine. He had a couple of really good, but way too short, motivational speeches that were coming out of him.
And we'll get into that. We will get into
But Lex
Superman.
Luthor, I'm serious. I kept waiting for the real Lex Luthor to show up and kick his nephew, out of the hot seat and him to finally take over.
Don't blurt out anything, but I thought Lex was in the suit. I didn't think the Lex we were getting was the real Lex. I thought the Lex, if anybody see the preview, there's like an Iron Man looking suit where it's like blasting beams into buildings and stuff. I thought that was going to be Lex, and that's not Lex. So.
But a lot of people liked him. So it's just, I don't know. It's me. When I'm looking at an actor that's coming across the same age as my son, and I want that gravitas that I'm not getting. And I'm not saying the actor can't do it. It's just maybe that was just the way he was directed. But I couldn't vibe with him. I tried and I couldn't. And that was another one of my biggest problems, because you got to be able to vibe with the main villain.
Yeah, you got to vibe with the main villain. And I will say this. If you've heard the rumors that there is a room where he's got these monkeys on keyboards talking shit on the internet, that is true.
Yes.
He's got a room full of monkeys, and they are monkeys. They're like monkeys typing away, talking shit about Superman all day. And that's what they do. They talk shit about Superman all day. They use social media to go after Superman, and it even gets to him because he's like, super shit mother. He gets his panties all twisted because they're talking shit about him on the internet. And I was just like, okay. And that we'll use that to lead into Superman himself.
Mm-hmm.
There is no change here, ladies and gentlemen. What you get, whether it's Clark Kent, whether it's Superman, you never hear the name Kal-El ever. I don't even think his parents say Kal-El.
I don't think so.
You never hear that name, which I'm like, okay, cool. The robots never call him Kal-El in the Fortress. He never changes. Okay, there's not one moment where he's like, golly gee whiz, Lois, and he takes off those glasses, straightens up, and becomes Superman. He's the exact same person through the entire movie.
That is true. That is true. They do not blur that line.
And that was my problem with Superman Returns, was he never like has this like transformation where he becomes Superman. Christopher Reeve had a transformation. When he's Clark Kent, he's hunched over. He's got the glasses on. Golly gee whiz, Lois.
Physically, you could see him change physically. Yes. It was before the age where they could do all that, with computer. He literally, yes, his posture, his mannerisms.
That's called being a good actor.
Oh, and then in that one scene in the Reeve Superman, when he's going to talk to Lois and he straightens up and he's going to get the courage to tell her who he is, and then he decides probably not. And then he goes, I'm just like, oh my God, yes, you are Clark and you are Superman, and I'm buying it. I am buying all of it. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of that in this film.
And there's not. And I will give the same criticism to Henry Cavill, and I like him better as Superman. I still like him better as Superman. I just think he got a really shitty story, and no, I'm not a Snyder bro or anything like that. I thought the thing with his dad and Man of Steel was the shittiest part of the movie. That really brought the whole movie down, was his dad being like, no, Clark, let me die in a tornado. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
But I'll give the same thing with Brandon Routh and Henry Cavill. There's not a lot of like, I am Clark Kent and I have now changed and become Superman.
Yes. Yeah.
And Christopher Reeve gave such a good performance as Superman. I don't think we're going to get anything like that until we have someone of that caliber pull it off again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we don't. And I really like Cavill, and I don't think he did it either. He's just him, whether he's Superman, whether he's Clark Kent, and that will continue to be a criticism until they fix that. They should have kept Henry Cavill. I thought he was good Superman. It's so hot.
Yeah, Arlena likes herself some
Want to touch Cavill. The hiney. Ow. That's Arlena. That's our Arlena. Our Arlena.
And I'm wondering though if that's not a conscious choice from the directors, because at this point, everyone has suspended their disbelief for so many decades over, we know he's Clark Kent here when he wears the glasses and the suit. We know he's Superman. So I'm wondering if they're just cutting through some red tape, especially since this movie was so much like, hey, all this shit's happening in your face and everybody knows about it and everybody's normal. I'm thinking it may have been a conscious choice. Look, you don't have to worry so hard about being Clark versus being Superman. We all know it. Just do your thing. I don't know. It could be a conscious director choice.
And they're not morons. They're not morons. They are farmers. They enjoy the simple life of being farmers. They are not, I know the newest tech stuff. I know how to do all this. Yeah, they have TV in their house, of course, but they are farmers. They're not like tech bros. They're not morons. They live that life. So I 100% believe these two individuals are farmers. I loved his mom. I thought his mom was great. And his dad was pretty good. He was better than it's better than what happened with freaking Jonathan Kent in the
Yeah.
Snyderverse and Man of Steel. So
Well, okay, this is kind of a nitpicky question. It didn't take anything away from me, but I'm just curious. Do they have Southern accents in Kansas? Because I swear to God, I felt like these two
yeah.
were just plucked out of a southern wood somewhere and stuck in. They do? Okay. Well,
his mom, I was like, holy crap, it's my mother-in-law.
I'm telling you, I could go next door and hear that accent. So that's why
That's
I was
right.
like, aren't they Kansas? Okay, well that's cool. They're still all right, you know. Choices,
So,
y'all.
yeah.
Director choices.
They're not morons. They're just they're simple farmers.
People.
They're simple people. And I've heard a lot of shit talking about, oh, Pa Kent cries the whole movie. That's not true. Oh, he cries too much. That's not true. Oh, he cries, period. That is true. But I want to tell you something. He loves his son.
Yeah.
And he is worried about his son being killed. He is worried that something's going to happen to Clark and it is going to take away their child that they raised.
Yeah.
Their only child that they raised. He is a dad. And if you are a dad, maybe you can understand that. If you can't and you're like, he cried, blah, 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 I want to talk shit about that, whatever. But I got where they were going with it, and I got why he was emotional and why he kind of broke down. Now, Ma Kent being like, oh, he's just a big marshmallow. Leave him alone. Let him be emotional. Okay. If you want to talk shit about that, that's fine. But most married couples, if you know, they're gonna be like, oh, are you okay, honey?
Yeah.
And that's just the way it's gonna be. Some people get emotional and crawl into their feelings. And his dad had a justified reason, or he's worried about his son. I don't know. Maybe you had a dad that was like, boy, you shed one tear and I'll take you out to the woodshed and beat the shit out of you. Or you got the dad that's like, I'm proud of you, my boy. I'm proud of you. And that's exactly what he is. He's got pride, he's got worry, he's got these things inside, and he lets them out. I have no problem.
Yeah, I was okay with that. I didn't look, my dad is like alpha male, one of those AAA personalities. Damn it, if it's going to be done, nobody can do it but him because he knows what my dad, I love him to death. He is a very strong man. I've seen him cry, I know, twice in my life, maybe 3 times. And both those times that he cried, he fucking cried. It's when he had to move to Saudi Arabia and leave his family for over a year. And it's when my oldest brother died. So there are reasons. And, and when you have a son like Superman, where everyone seems to want a piece of him, and he is a metahuman and he is this alien and he's all these things, but he's your boy, your little itty bitty boy, you're probably going to shed some tears. So yeah, 6. I had 0 because it was showing the love and concern of a father. It's not like every man in this movie just stood around squalling. There was a reason for it, so I was okay with it.
Pacific asks, would you recommend seeing this movie in theaters or wait for streaming? It depends on what you want to do. If you've got, okay, here's the deal. If you've got an extra $10 and you want to go to a matinee and you just want to go, you're not going to have a whole bunch of food or popcorn or whatever, or you want to sneak some Reese's Pieces in your pocket or whatever you want to do, go see it. I mean, you're going to spend 2 hours watching a movie, and I had a good time. So I had a good time. If you don't have that little bit extra, if you're like, damn, Loki, things are tight, wait for it to come out on streaming or on a ARG site or whatever it is you're gonna do. I know how Arwyn watched it. She put that pirate hat on. It was like, hey, my hearties, yo ho, we're watching Superman.
9 pages of notes, y'all. 9 pages. I did due diligence on this movie. Over 4 hours worth. Kept pausing and writing.
And yes, they portrayed a father appropriately.
Yeah.
Pa Kent is not one of those guys that's like, boy, you shed a tear, I'll take you out to the woodshed. No, he loves his son. They weren't going to be able to have a kid, and they never said that in the movie, but that's the lore. So they were never going to be having a child of their own. That's always been the way it was. They get Clark in their lives, and he raises them as his son with their values, and he has their values. Okay, so agree. I don't know if Arwyn or Dave Bob are going to agree with this or not. I'll ask him in just a second, but he is a good person. Superman in this movie and Clark Kent are good people. He wants to do good in the world. He does not understand why people have a problem with that or an issue with that. He's like, I'm just trying to do good in the world. That they nailed. They absolutely nailed that. I want to make a difference. I want to do good in the world. And he gets that from his parents. He gets that from growing up in the state he grew up in and the people he was around and the environment he was in.
Yeah.
He wants to do good for the world. They absolutely nailed that.
They did, and I think it's the interview scene. There's at one point, I'm pretty sure it's with Lois. He turns to Lois and he has this little speech about that. And he's basically like, I want to do good, and this is good, and this is what I don't understand. And you just see that confusion on his face, like, I don't get it. These are the right moral, good things to do. This doesn't benefit me. This benefits everyone. And it's the right thing to do. And he's kind of simple-minded in that regard. And I don't mean that in any insulting way. I mean simple-minded in that this is his philosophy for life. This is the way it is. Let's do good. Why are we doing good? And you see the confusion on his face, and it's just like, I don't understand the pushback I'm getting. This is confusing me. So I did enjoy that. He did have some really good, but they were very brief. Those little speeches he gave where you really saw Superman were kind of brief. I wanted more of that, to be honest.
And Dexter, I think it was a little bit better than Mid personally, but there were things that were not good and there are things that were good. At least it wasn't and there was a trailer for Craptastic 4. I don't know. That movie's gonna do fucking terrible.
Pedro.
The entire theater was laughing when they saw Silver Surfette. They were laughing when they saw Silver Surfette. It was a joke to everyone in that theater when they saw her. It was not like, hell yeah, badass. No, they were laughing when she was talking. I am here to herald your destruction from my ultimate big dong master, Galactus. And you're just like, ugh. And it was comical. This wasn't like that. I think there's a future here. And I want to get into a couple of good things. Because I want to talk about the cast around this.
Okay.
I know Rachel Brosnan, believable Lois Lane. Totally. Do you guys agree with that? Believable Lois Lane?
I did. I have notes. I probably shouldn't get into them because they might be. Can I just say one thing though? Who the fuck is the costume designer for her? Who put those high waters on her with those dumbass shoes? I am sorry. That's all I could stare at. I'm like, here. And again, I'm thinking classic Lois. Like, couldn't you just put her in a skirt just once? But again, and there are other problems I had, not with the actress, but with the way she first came off. And I got a whole spiel there. But at the end of the day, she looked like Lois Lane. Yes. More toward the middle and the end of the movie, I started to vibe with her. It was okay.
But the real question, Arwen, is, does any cute girl that wears a cute dress, other than her or her friends, does anybody ever cares if she wears it more than once?
That is kind of a woman thing, isn't it? Women care more about that than men do. That is for damn sure.
Now there's a certain scene in the movie where Superman gets called a bitch. People are jumping at that and gnawing at the bit and going after it. I thought it was fine. by
didn't
what
have a
it
problem with that.
what it is. I didn't have exactly. I didn't have a problem with it at all. Why? Because it's a family member talking shit to another family member.
Yeah.
And the attitude is there. Now, do I want to go see Millie play this character? Millie Alcock play this character? I'm like, you guys can look it up if you want to. It's there in the credits. I probably not, but I know Eris wants to see it just after that one scene because she has a brother, and they are like oil and water. You couldn't have two different people from the same family tree, and you're like, how do y'all?
There was a one character who was a little too damn Gen Z for me. I was like, can we pull that smeared mascara and eyeliner on the face back a little bit? But other than that, I'm interested to see.
Oh, was that
the very
was
end.
that at the very end?
Somebody breezes in.
Oh yeah, okay, that's Millie
Yeah.
Alcock.
Yeah.
That's Millie.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because I don't want to, but yeah, I was like, clean up the eyeliner and the attitude, just a hair, but all right, whatever. Let's see where this goes. That's kind of what's let's see where this goes.
Sean Gunn makes an appearance in the movie, of course, because it's James Gunn's brother. He's got to be in it. Alan Tudyk played the robots, did the voices for the robot 4, which I thought was great. I was like, you nailed that. I want to say that when I saw that in the preview, I told myself, I'm going to see this movie. We've never seen robots in the fortress. In a comic book, that was always the thing. The robots took care of him. Robots helped him heal or whatever.
That was new for me. The robots was new for me.
So getting to see that on screen, I was like, holy shit, they actually went that. They went there. James Gunn went there. He has robots in the fortress. I knew when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, I'm good to see it. Just for the robot part. I had no problem with that. I thought it was they did great. And Alan did great as the robot. What's the name? Skylar Gonzo, whatever, played a Jimmy Olsen. Man, did he play a Jimmy Olsen?
Yeah, he did. Great. He did. Again, kind of the whole influencer blonde chick. She's with Elon Musk, and then she's with Jimmy. And I know she's supposed to be. I know this. Eve. Thank you. And again, you've got some scenes where they're talking, and it's like, yay, Guardians of the Galaxy fun. And then you have other scenes where the cameras roll close on her face, and it's like, oh my God, is she going to get knifed in the back? What the fuck is happening?
You know, that's Miss Tessmacher.
Is it really?
That is Miss Tessmacher, yes. That is Miss Tessmacher. He never says that. I wish we would have got that in the movie. When he'd be like, Miss Tessmacher! And you get that Gene Hackman.
Didn't realize, okay.
Channel some Gene, bro. Channel some Gene Hackman.
Thank you.
And say, Miss Tessmacher in a loud, angry voice.
Yes,
I would have liked that.
I was waiting for some more gravitas, some more from Lex, some more. I don't know. It's a personal thing. I needed more. I needed more from him. But
I don't know. I thought she did a good job. I thought Jimmy did a good job.
They did.
Most of the cast, I was right there with it. Metamorpho was weird. And the guy that played him was in Smallville. He was in The Flash, the latest version of The Flash. He was in a bunch of these different shows. So he's like a CW alumni. So to have him in there, I was like, okay, I've seen him before. I know who that is. Could they have gotten someone better? Probably, but okay, at least loyalty. I get the loyalty thing. Martha and the Kents, I have absolutely no problem with either of them and their role in it.
I will say,
Mr. Terrific.
Oh,
let me just say, Mr. Terrific's great. If you like or love Guy, you're gonna like or love Mr. Terrific just as much. They did a great job.
Oh my God!
And they butchered him They butchered him in Arrow. They completely killed any interest in that character for me in Arrow because he is such a rainbow stick licking Pedro Pascal in that TV series. I hated him. I was
Oh
like,
my
God, dude, and it's just the way they portray him is so shitty in that show that I was really worried that they were going to do that again. No, Mr. Terrific was great. I hope they do. I hope they do more with him. I hope they bring him back, Hawkgirl back, Nathan Fillion back as Green Lantern.
Yes. See, I want to see something with those three.
Well, I heard
legit want to see a movie with those three and more Justice. Yeah, they were fantastic.
I heard, and I don't know how much of this, whether this is true or not, I don't know, but I heard that they're already filming Green Lantern, and Nathan said, "I've never said fuck so many times in a movie as I've said this," and I'm like, "How are y'all gonna get away with that without making it like R-rated Green Lantern?"
Right.
Maybe he was talking about like behind the scenes shit or something. I don't know, but there are rumors already abound that they're immediately going to strip the lantern ring from Guy and give it to John. So I don't know how much truth there is in that. I don't know how much. I don't know, but I just want to see more. I want more Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner because he nails it. It's perfect.
Oh my God, yes, yes, and that actually brings me to a good thing about this film. Is it made me want to dig in deeper. I found myself like going and Googling all these other characters, looking them up, looking a little bit more up about, Superman's history. I was doing more of a deep dive. And for the first time, I found myself really interested in DC characters other than the Batman world. And that was actually a good thing for me. I'm like, I'm wanting to kind of look into these, who is Green Lantern and who is all these. I mean, I know the base stuff, but really like Metamorpho or whatever, Metamorpho. I didn't know who the hell he was. I'm like, who is this? I gotta pause this and look this shit up. So I was actually doing some research and it kind of dawned on me. I'm like, I'm invested. I'm interested enough to want to find out who these people are, especially the Justice Gang. They weren't on screen enough, which I know maybe isn't a great thing when you've got your two leads who in the whole fine, whatever.
They stole the movie.
But they did, y'all. Those three stole the movie. There's one scene when Hawkgirl comes flying in and she is screeching like a hawk. I'm like, get out of the way, y'all. Oh my God.
I believe that's Shira. Yes. I 100% believe that's Shira. That's Shira on film.
She was coming at you, boy, and she was not going to stop. Those three were, in my opinion, the best part of the film. Even though the film, it's a good popcorn flick. I won't deny that. It is a good popcorn flick. And hey, we need good popcorn flicks in this world. But yeah, they were fantastic. But that was good. I started doing some research into other DC characters. And I'm like, it's been a long time since I've done that with a Marvel movie. Hate to say it, Marvel. I'm your girl. And I feel dirty saying I'm swimming over in DC waters. But it is what it is.
So,
oh my God, Anima, yes, his hair, but it was legit, wasn't it?
The hair is legit. So back in the 80s and the 90s,
comic book accurate.
Guy Gardner had that shitty ass bowl cut haircut that you were like, oh, it's Guy Gardner again. But
only Nathan Fillion can rock it. He still rocked it.
He still rocked it. Now the uniforms, those uniforms are going to change.
Yeah.
But the uniform was not great. But I don't think they were going to put him in the comic stuff. Now, hear me out here before we close up shop. The reason why Henry Cavill was not kept is because they wanted nothing to do with the darker tone of the Snyderverse. I know that for a fact. They did not want to keep him because they didn't want anything attached to the old way DC was doing things. And I understand that now. After seeing this movie, because James Gunn is going in a completely different direction. He is going to make it fun. He is going to make it wacky. He's going to do what James Gunn does, and that is the tone they will have moving forward. I understand that. I get it. That doesn't mean I like it, but they didn't want anything attached to that darker world in this universe. They want to keep it light. They want to keep it fun. They want to keep it You're going on an adventure. You're Bilbo Baggins leaving the Shire, going on an adventure, and he's going to keep it light and fun, like the old cartoon Hobbit movie.
Well, just like what Peacemaker, you know, you got to have. Didn't he make Peacemaker?
He did. So. He did, and I, I'm.
But Loki, would you not agree that there were some very over the top, super dark moments in this film?
Yes.
That kind of come out of left field. It's like, wow, we just had yay here, and in the very next scene with no warning, it is like end of the world.
But look at so one of the things you need to realize, and I think they did that for a reason, Arwen. Look at how dark that scene, one of those scenes, and I don't know if you know, that's like, okay, this is where this dark shit happens, and that's almost like a mere reflection of Snyderverse versus James Gunn's new DCU.
And that makes sense, and I actually could appreciate that. But what he needs to do is tighten that up and make it a little more seamless. Because I found some of the transitions between scene to scene were very choppy, not just the transition itself, but the mood of the scene, the look of the scene, even the dialogue they used. It was a little jarring, and it was like that for me through probably the majority of the film. And I wanted it to be a little more seamless. He can have his dark stuff and still keep it James Gunn, keep it lighter. I'm hoping in the next film, he tightens that up a little bit and makes it not so chunky, not so choppy. I'm going to the black. Oh, okay. Will do. The Blackbeard Superman.
What would you give if you gave do you want to give a rating? Do you want to give a score? Okay, give us your score.
I would say the whole choppiness makes me rate it a 6, but putting that aside, because that might not bother people, I would give it a solid 7. A solid 7. To me, it's worth seeing. If that is your thing, it is definitely. And again, I'm a normie. I don't, this is the first time I'd ever heard of a damn hot girl. I had to look her up. Mr. Terrific, who the hell is he?
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't know about Hawk Girl?
No, when I say I
figured you'd be a big Shira fan.
I am
the
now.
Red hair and in the comics she has red hair.
Now. Well, they should have kept it red. Whatever. Jimmy Olsen, we see you too. Hollywood hates gingers, y'all. Whatever. 2025. But no, I loved her. At first, I thought it's not a Valkyrie, is it? And I'm like, no, wait. Valkyrie's Marvel. That's the whole. Who the hell is she? Pause. Type. I had to Google it.
And there's two stories. There's some alternate reality. There's some they've changed that story a couple times. My favorite is where Kofu and Shiara die, and they are resurrected, and they're resurrected into these new bodies so they can look different. Okay. They can look different than they did in previous lives.
All right.
And they are eventually drawn to each other. And when they come back together, that's when they remember everything from their past lives, and they become Hawkman and Hawkgirl in earnest again. But the destiny of it is one of them is going to die.
Yep.
And they will be separated. And then when the other one eventually dies, depending on however long that takes, that is when they are resurrected. They go into new bodies, and they have to grow up, become adults, and then again get drawn to each other. So every generation, there's a Hawkman and a Hawkgirl that come together, that get all their memories back from their previous lives, become superheroes, and one of them eventually dies. and the other one is left to be by themselves. That is their fate over and over and over and over and over again.
Wow.
Tragic
The
story.
tragic story of you lose your significant other and then eventually you're reborn, you meet them again.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah,
Well, those three y'all, I totally jammed on. Totally jammed. Mr. Trip. Mr. Trip. I was like, I love you.
and this is the thing. I don't know which version of Shira this is. So what Arlene is talking about in the Justice League cartoon, Hawk Girl's different. I don't know which one. I don't know if you're talking about Super Friends or the Justice League that came out with the Batman animated series and the Superman animated series characters. But that Justice League, that is a different Hawk Girl. Hawkman's like a total dick. So that's a different Hawk Girl than the one so I don't know which version James Gunn's going to use. The tragic story Hawkman, Hawk Girl, or the Shira from that universe, who ends up getting with John Stewart, a Green Lantern, and they have like a relationship. So
well,
have a good one, Six. Thank you very much for being here.
Bye, Six.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm right with Arwen. I'm gonna give it a 7. An IGN 7. It could have been better. There could have been better things in it. Some of the story is a little wonky. I don't know if that was from editing or just they didn't have enough time to explain anything. I like the fact that they don't go over the entire destruction of Krypton and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like they did in every other movie that they've made. Oh, it's Krypton. Krypton, 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 Krypton. The Krypton in this is very subdued. Now, I will disagree with the message that you find out in this movie from Krypton, the message from Krypton. I disagree with that completely because that's something out of like Smallville. There's a scene in Smallville in the first or second season, I think it's the second season, where Clark is able to read Kryptonian and he reads a message that his dad left him that's like rule the humans with strength and don't let them screw around and breed and have babies, lots of super babies. I never agreed with that in that show. I was like, okay, this is like a setup, this is something, and they never go back and address that. Well, that's kind of like relevant here because you get a message from Krypton, but that's the only Krypton thing you get. The Krypton stuff is very tame. But I will say Krypto, absolute good boy. Good boy, Krypto. I was like, oh my God, I love that dog. If you ever had a little hyperactive dog that was like, oh my God, it's you, human. Hello. Oh my God. Hello. I love you. That's Krypto.
He was adorable, but yes, some of the interactions between him and Superman, it was like watching Star-Lord.
Yeah.
And that was where a lot of the James Gunn Guardians of the Galaxy humor came in very heavily with Krypto. The interactions between him and Superman and other beings, let's just say. But he was a cute puppy. I loved the casting of him.
Yeah.
He was over the top, but he was adorable. If
you ever had a hyperactive dog that was like, oh my God, I love you, or that like got pissed because you left him and was like, oh, howling because you left him by himself for 5 minutes, you're going to be like, oh my God, it's that dog. It's my dog I had back in the day.
Very much that dog. My mom and dad used to have a Jack Russell Terrier. Hello. Yeah. It's pretty accurate.
Like, I mean, and some dogs are like that with certain people, not like that. My dog growing up, the dog I had growing up, Bear, he would just be like, he'd be laying there, paws out and just laying there on his side or his back, calm as calm can be. And I would walk in the door and he would go nuts. Whereas if someone else, he'd like look up, look, and be like, back down. But if it was me, it's you. Oh my God, I'm going to jump up. Hello. No, lick the face. No. And that's exactly what Krypto was like. Yeah. So I loved Krypto. I thought Krypto was great. They did a great job. I don't give a shit if it's a different kind of dog. But Loki, you're just in a lab. I don't care. It's a fuzzy little dog that can kick ass and take names.
That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, he's a little fur ball And yeah, he's
He's a
annoying.
mutt. He's a mutt.
He
He's
is.
you know.
A hyper little dog with superpower. I mean,
But I thought at the end of the movie, they did a good job explaining exactly why he is the way he is.
they did. Okay, they absolutely did. Yes, I agree. I totally agree with that, Loki.
If there's any reason for me to see the movie, it would be to see the dog.
Yeah.
I love dogs.
As Doomsday, too, Darth Arlena. He was in it as Doomsday. So we all know who Arlena's favorite character is. Stock it up.
She has herself some Sam Whitmer. Arlena, what would you do if it was between him and Harry Cavill? Harry Cavill.
Harry Cavill.
I know.
Harry Potter or Henry Cavill.
All their names are blending.
So we're going to get out of here, guys. Thank you. Big thank you to Arwyn and Dave Bob for being here this morning, for hanging out with us, for being a part of this.
Always.
I didn't have much
very
to
much.
contribute because, alas, I probably will not see it until next week when my son and grandson get back.
It's worth it.
Right.
It's worth it. And your kid will love it. Your kid's
Yeah.
going to love it. Your kid,
I
oh,
agree
look at
with
all
that.
that. Look at all that. And
They
I think
will.
Arwyn brought it up. There's a scene where all kinds of crazy nonsense is happening in the background. And you're like, you know, what the shit? Oh, there he goes. And you're like, see this huge thing. And I can't ruin it. But yeah,
Oh my
it's just
God.
like, what the shit is going on? Kids are going to love that. They're going to be like, they're going to see that. They're going to go nuts.
Yeah.
There are people talking shit about that. I don't care. It's James Gunn. It's
I
just
was
the way
gonna
James Gunn
say
is.
there are some very heavy James Gunn stamps on these, and you know them when you see them.
Yeah.
You know them when you see them, and some of them, I mean, they work. When they work, oh my God, they work so well. So
But
yeah.
listen, don't take our word for it. Okay. Don't be like, well, Loki gave it a 7, Arwyn gave it a 7, so I don't know if I want to go spend. If you were thinking about going to see this movie in the theater, go see it. If you're like, Loki, I'm not giving them a dime, I'm waiting to arg, then arg it. I don't care. Do what you want. If you don't have any interest, don't go see it. Don't watch it. Be like, Loki, I'm just burned out on superhero shit. I understand.
Yeah.
But if you were thinking about giving this movie a try in theater, go and see it in theaters while you can. Because soon it'll be gone and it'll be on video on demand, and that'll be the end of it. They did the exact same. I think Jurassic Park comes out in video on demand in like 3 weeks. I'm like, you guys aren't even giving it a theater run, man.
God.
You're like, hey, just wait 3 weeks and you can buy the damn movie.
Yeah.
It's nonsense. It's all nonsense. If you want to go see it, go see it. Don't put all your stock into Loki gave it a 7. Turn on. I want to go see it now. Go see it. Why? Because you can have your own opinion. You can go see a movie and decide for yourselves. Stop listening to, we watched it, so you don't have to.
7 seems like a pretty good score. I mean, you know.
For a modern
Nowadays,
movie within the past
anyway.
2 years, yeah, I'd say 7 is strong. And to be honest, the things that I think about it that make it a 7 may not be the things that you may enjoy all the things that I'm bitching about.
Yep.
You know, it's opinions. It's subjective. So absolutely, if you're interested, go see it and see what you think.
And guys, if you haven't subscribed to Pacific 144414, check him out. Check out his channel. If you like his content, hit that subscribe button. It doesn't hurt y'all. Just to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you get some notifications. And you might enjoy his content. You might not, but give him a shot. Everybody's worth a shot. So same with Jedi Master and a lot of other people that stream and chat. Make sure you go and check out BackTube tonight.
Yes, very special BackTube tonight. I can't say why. Just show up, y'all. Very special BackTube tonight. Tonight's
Nice.
7 on the BackTube. Sam Whitwer, yeah, Arlene. I should have figured that.
We will be back. Make sure you catch Snowdub at 9 Central real time, because that's the only time there is. And then the late show an hour after that. So we'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. You guys take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter, because that's the way we roll. And we're getting out of here. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.